makeup tutorial is a beginner's smoky eye look. So please keep watching if you are interested, and don't forget to subscribe down below. Okay, so for today's smoky eye, I'm going to be using the 35G Bronze Goals palette from Morphe. And then I'm going to share with you the the brushes I'm using. So what you'll need for this look, you don't need all these brushes, I'm just excessive and I like to have a bunch on hand, but you really probably only need 4 brushes. So you will definitely need a packing brush. This one is $1 from e.l.f. It is their eyeshadow, it's just called the eyeshadow brush. It's in their white collection. So you need one packing brush. I have a bunch of blending brushes right here. This is from the Kylie Peach palette, and this is a Morphe M76. I love this dome brush, and then these two here are from an Amazon kit that was like $10. So just need a bunch of blending brushes, and then you will need, I like either a small like smudgy brush, or this one is another e.l.f. brush. It is just their concealer brush. It's just a very small brush just for the lower lash line. And then I like this brush to put the black really close to my lower lash line. And this is the Real Techniques brow brush. So it's just angled like that, and I really like that for the lower lash line. So the first step in this look is, I did my entire face already, as you can see, but a very important step is to put a bunch of translucent or like foundation powder right underneath your eye. That way, if you get any fallout from these dark shades, that it'll just go onto the powder, and then you can just wipe it away. If you don't have your face done, you can just use a makeup wipe and wipe it away. But I wanted to show this trick if you had like your entire face makeup already set and you just wanted to do your eyes real quickly. So the first brush you're going to use is your packing brush, and you're going to go into a black. So you don't necessarily have to use this palette. I just like this palette because it has everything you need for a smoky eye. So I'm going to be going into this black right here and packing this over the entire lid. Another thing I like to do while I'm doing this is, so I pack it and then I kind of carve out my lid just to create the shape I want for the entire look. Okay, so see how quick that was? Threw on that black. I do recommend this palette though if you want. It's just such a good like beginner palette. It has a bunch of glitters, and good mattes, and it just has everything you need for so many different neutral eye looks. So I really like it. And Morphe shadows are such good quality. The next thing you are going to do is go into a small blending brush. So this is, like I said, the Kylie one from the Peach palette, but there are so many different brushes like this that'll work perfectly for this next step. So I'm gonna go into the shade right here. It is the second shade in the palette. It's just a transition shade, a sandy brown shade. And we are gonna put this pretty high up in the crease to start setting our transition shades. And you won't touch the black on this step at all. We're just gonna, so we started low and then we're gonna go high and then all the way back down. All right, so there's that. Looks really funny. It'll look super duper messy until it's all done and you have mascara on and everything. So just be patient with this look. That's the thing with smoky eyes, is they look really funny at first, but as you progress, they'll look fine and they'll look really sexy and fun. Okay, so the next thing you're gonna go into is just another blending brush, and we're just gonna take a darker shade. So you don't necessarily have to use another blending brush. I just like to use different brushes for each shade. So I'm gonna go into the next deep shade, which is this brown right here. It's kind of like a camel caramel brown, just a little bit darker. And we're gonna put this right below that sandy brown we just put down. And you will touch the black on this part, so it's gonna look really messy. but just trust me. All right, so what I like to do next after this is go back into the Kylie brush and with no additional product and just blend the edges of those two shades just so everything looks nice and seamless. And you don't necessarily have to do this step, I just am very particular. Okay, so then the next thing we're gonna do is go into an even smaller dome shaped brush. And this is the Morphe M76, and we're gonna go into the darkest brown shade in our look, which is this one right here. It's this very pretty, kind of like a brick brown. Pick up that product, and we're gonna go right below that brown we just put down. Okay, see how we're kind of coming together? I'm gonna go into that brush right before it and blend those two shades together. So our black, let me try and not go crazy with my eyes. Our black is kind of coming off as we're blending it up. So at the very end of this look, I do go back and just pack it all back on. So don't worry if it's starting to come off. All right, so then the next thing we're going to do is going to take our, oops, that's not what I want. I'm gonna take a brush with nothing on it, and I'm going to go into, this is kind of the sandy brown shade, and we're gonna blend the tops again, but I just like to go into a clean brush. All right, so then the next thing I'm gonna do is go, like I said, back into the black and pack this back on. All right, and that's the finished look. For the top of the eyes, we'll do the lower lash line and then mascara, and then you'll be all done. So it's super quick. We'll do lower lash line, so I'm gonna take that angled brush and go into the dark black. The dark black, I would hope it's dark. I've never heard of a light black. Oops. All right, and then I'm gonna go into the smudgy small brush like this and go into that darkest brown we use. Just buff this out and connect it to the top. And finally, I like to take the brush that had any like of the lighter colors and just blend downward and just kind of combine everything. Now I'm gonna go into mascara. All right, so I just put on mascara and highlighted my brow bone and my inner corner, and my makeup is all done. I hope you guys are less intimidated by smoky eyes now, and you will try this technique out. I think it's super easy and fun for like a girls' night out or a date night. Smoky eyes are so fun to do, and I just think people are super intimidated by them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my other videos that I recently posted, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.